Hey everybody, I'm JJ, you're watching Reality Survival, and today we got I think it's going to be a cool video. This is going to be a video, kind of like my reaction to OpenAI's ChatGPT, I think it is. I went over there, I set up an account, and I put in, can you do a YouTube script for the top 10 tips to survive a nuclear fallout? And it kicked out, boom, like in 10 seconds, a script for the top 10 tips to survive a nuclear fallout. And I just wanted to read through it with you guys because I found it really, really interesting, and it's better than you would think. Like, it's not terrible. Like I said, we'll go through it. But before I do that, I wanted to talk to you guys about our 100,000 subscriber giveaway. Before we get into that though, there is still a little time left to get in on the Slick Kit giveaway over on Substack. So go to realitysurvival.substack.com and you'll see a post with a picture of this kit on it. All you got to do is make a comment on that post and you will be entered to randomly win that kit. Okay, it's easy stuff, and that is for all of the free subscribers and everything like that, free or paid, either one. Then separate from that, coming up in the new year, we're at like 99,270 or something like that subscribers. When we hit the 100,000 subscriber mark, we're going to open up a giveaway, and we're going to do two prongs on that giveaway. We're going to have free subscribers and paid subscribers. Okay, so there are far fewer paid subscribers than there are free subscribers. So your chances to win in the paid category are going to be pretty high. So we've got a lot of different stuff that we're going to give away there. We're going to give away 2 of these Bear Min 2.0 kits. These are brand new kits from Jase Medical. As you guys know, I'm an affiliate with Jase Medical. If you want to buy any of their kits, you can use a discount code RealitySurvival to save you 10% off. We're also going to be giving away 3 of these different Homesteader seed packs from Survival Garden Seeds, and I think there are 50. There's 50 different packets inside of here, and I have also an affiliate with these guys, and the discount code for them will be in the description below as well. I think it's 10 or 20%. I can't remember right off the top of my head. We're going to have a couple of these little extra carry from extracarry.com. These are mag holders, universal mag holders. They kind of slip down into your pocket, and they're designed to kind of look like a pocket knife, so nobody really knows that you're carrying a magazine there. We've got a couple of those. We've got a couple of EMP shields from empshield.com, another company that I'm an affiliate with. If you use the discount code RealitySurvival, you'll save $50 each on these. Now this is their new micro EMP shield for a vehicle. It's 3 wires, super easy to hook up, and it'll guarantee that your vehicle is going to run after an EMP or a nuclear strike or a CME or any of that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Then Mike over at On Scene Alerts sent me a survival kit that I'm going to include in on this giveaway here. This is kind of a cool like vehicle survival kit. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in it, and I'm an affiliate with Mike as well at On Scene Alerts. They offer a digital product, which is they keep you alert of all the threat developments that are going on around the world through a global intel brief 3 times a week, and it comes straight to your inbox in a PDF form. It's a really good brief, and it's where I get a lot of my news for my weekly prepper sit rep. And you can use the discount code RealitySurvival there and save 30% off that. What else we got? I also got some Kershaw. I'm gonna open this up here. What is it? A Kershaw grid, I believe it is. Pretty sweet little folder there. And I've got a couple of those that we're going to be giving away. And a tactical pen from Atomic Bear. So that's kind of cool too. It's got a little glass breaker on the tip and all that. So lots of opportunities to win. Like I said, we're going to be doing some of these items on the free subscribers, some of them on the paid subscribers. And so all you got to do is go over to realitysurvival.substack.com and get signed up over there. We are running a special for the spring special. The 30% one ended at the new year. And so now we're going to have a spring special, 25% off. And 25% off the regular price. I mean, I think it's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like $40 a year or something like that. It's not very much. But anyway, if you decide to be a paid subscriber, you are basically saying that you want to help support me in educating people about disaster preparedness and without using fear porn. We're not going to do fear porn. I'm committed to stay away from it, even though the YouTube algorithms definitely promote those channels that do. So anyway, let's get back to the main reason for this story, and that is we want to see what AI says are the top 10 tips to survive nuclear fallout. So I'm just going to read through the script here, and then I'll kind of make my own little comments on each one as we go, just giving you my thoughts about it. So it says, "Hi, and welcome to this video on how to survive nuclear fallout. In the event of a nuclear explosion, it's important to know what to protect yourself, it's important to know what to do to protect yourself and your loved ones. With the right preparation and strategy, you can increase your chances of survival and minimize risk of radiation exposure. First, it's important to understand what nuclear fallout is and how it can affect you. Fallout is the radioactive debris that is created when a nuclear weapon is detonated. It consists of dust, dirt, and other particles that are contaminated with radioactive isotopes. These isotopes can cause radiation sickness and increase the risk of cancer and other long-term health effects." So far, it's right on, and it reads very well. It makes sense. It's good. Let's keep going. Now let's go over the top 10 things to do to survive a nuclear fallout. 1. Seek immediate shelter. If you're outside when a nuclear explosion occurs, seek immediate shelter in a nearby building or underground. If you're in a car, get as far away from the blast site as possible and take shelter in a nearby building. The farther you are from the blast site, the lower the risk of injury or death from the blast itself. That's correct, and that's a great reason why you want to have an EMP shield on your car if you're worried about a nuclear explosion going off anytime soon. All right, so that was number 1. So number 2, find a safe room. If you're at home when a nuclear explosion occurs, go to your designated safe room or the most secure area of your home. This might be a basement, a windowless interior room, or a room with thick walls. The thicker the walls, the more protection they will provide from the radiation. Okay, and that's the end of number 2. So all that information is correct. It doesn't really provide an explanation that you should try to add more mass in between you and the walls and all those kinds of things like we might go into on a video that I've discussed in the past on our nuclear war survival skills playlist. But that is all still accurate information. It's just a little bit generic. Number 3, get inside. If you're outside when the fallout arrives, get inside a building or underground as quickly as possible. Fallout radiation decreases rapidly with time, so the longer you can wait before going outside, the better. The radiation will also be less intense the farther you are from the site. So that's perfect. So it's not telling us about time, distance, and shielding, but it's explaining the time, distance, and shielding through the items that it chooses to say. So that's kind of interesting. Number 4, close and seal windows and doors. Once you're inside, close and seal all windows and doors to prevent any outside air from entering. Use duct tape and plastic sheeting or any other materials you have available to create a seal. This will help prevent any contaminated air from entering your shelter. So this is, I think it's almost a verbatim copy from ready.gov. So it's interesting to me that it seems to be applying, you know, the things that it's going to say from authoritative sites like .gov sites or whatever. So that's kind of an interesting thing, and we've talked about this many times on the channel. There's really not any reason to seal up all the cracks and all that kind of stuff unless your house happens to be extraordinarily drafty. If you have big drafts or whatever, then you might want to cover those draft spots. But as long as it's sealed up like a normal house, then there's no real reason to do this at all. Now, if you have broken windows from the blast or something like that, then you definitely need to cover those up and seal those up with plastic and everything. All right, let's see here. So that was number 4. Number 5 is stay tuned. If you have a radio or television, stay tuned for updates and instructions from the authorities. They'll be able to provide you with the most up-to-date information on the situation and any necessary evacuation orders. It's important to follow these instructions carefully to ensure your safety. Also, good advice, it's a good idea to have a shortwave radio that can get signals from further away, because local stations, if you only get a few local stations where you're at and those stations were close to ground zero, then they may not be able to transmit. So you just need to be able to make sure that you at least have reception from multiple different radio stations in the area. Right? It's likely only going to affect like one city in your potential area. It's not likely to get all the cities around you. I mean, there's not going to be that many nuclear bombs falling probably, but so just make sure that you can get signals from multiple areas. All right, number 6, stay put. Unless you're instructed to do otherwise, stay in your shelter until you're told it is safe to leave. Fallout radiation decays over time, so the blank. It didn't finish it. I think what it's going to say was the longer you stay in the shelter, the better off you're going to be. That was one of the things that I was going through when I was doing this. Occasionally, it would start spitting out a script, and then it would just stop. And then I'd have to ask it, why did you stop? And then it would be like, sorry, I stopped. And then it would start again. So it didn't finish off this one. So it's still in beta. It's not a perfect thing yet, but it's pretty good. You got to admit, it's not bad. Let's see, number 7 then, after it started back up, it said, drink and eat wisely. If you have a limited supply of food and water, ration them carefully to make them last as long as possible. Avoid, and that's good advice, avoid eating or drinking any food or water that may have been contaminated by the fallout. It doesn't really explain what that is and what food could be contaminated, what food isn't. I have a whole video on that if you guys want to watch that. If you suspect that food or water may be contaminated, you can try boiling it to kill any radioactive particles. Not good information. Boiling water does not kill off radioactive particles. So not so good on that one. Got to be careful a little bit about what they say. Sorry, my buddy Leatherneck Prepper is texting me. Okay, so yeah, don't boil your water to try to kill off radioactive particles. You have to filter it out. I also have a lesson on that as well. Number 8, stay clean. If possible, take a shower or wash your hands and face frequently to remove any fallout particles that may have stuck to your skin or clothing. This will help reduce your exposure to radiation. So that is correct. However, it's missing a little bit of context because you essentially, it's what it's trying to get to, I think, is that, and actually it talks about it in the next one, is that you want to decontaminate when you come in from outside. So let's go on to the next one and see what it says. Number 9 here says decontaminate. If you come into contact with any fallout particles, decontaminate yourself and your clothing as soon as possible. Use soap and water to wash your skin and remove your clothes and wash them separately from any other clothing. Okay, that's good. That's fine. It's just kind of got the cart before the horse a little bit on the 8 and number 9. It would make sense if they're better if they were in other order, I think. Number 10 is get medical attention. if you have been exposed to high levels of radiation, or if you're experiencing any radiation sickness symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, skin burns, seek medical attention as soon as possible. Symptoms of radiation sickness may not appear for several hours or even days after exposure, so it's important to be aware of any changes in your health. And then it says, by following these steps, you'll be better prepared to survive a nuclear fallout. Stay safe and stay prepared. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe and stay prepared. So it's a little bit repetitive there. But anyway, what do you guys think? I think it did a pretty good job for the most part. I mean, you might have died if you tried to drink contaminated water from boiling it. I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be good. But overall, I mean, 9 out of 10 of them are pretty much right. You know, what I found interesting about this personally, and I don't know what the terms of use are and all that kind of stuff. I'm not even sure about all that. But if you wanted to, and I mean any of you, I can see how a person could make a living with using the OpenAI ChatGPT and YouTube together. So here's the deal. Like, think about this. This would be really easy to do. Especially just a couple of things in technology. This is just kind of going through my head as I'm thinking about this. You look at some trending topics, right? You go to OpenAI, ask it to create you a short 5 to 10 minute script on that topic. Then you get a voice to text reader, and you read this stuff, have it read it off during a while you're video recording it. You could put pictures over it. Even if you didn't want to show your face, you could just play pictures over it the whole time that were relative to the comment or to the material that's being talked about, and you could have an endless supply of video topics and materials just be spoon-fed to you. It would take out, because like this lesson, it generated it for me in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that. I just had to come up with the search string, put it in there, boom, it populates it right then. I did have to ask it to reset once during it, but it's close. I mean, it's 95% there. Any of you guys could take any topic material that you wanted and start YouTube channels to educate people on whatever. And even if you didn't know the subject material yourself, you would just need to kind of go through and do some checks on it to make sure that the stuff is correct. But I mean, you could pump out videos like freaking every day on it, and that's what feeds the YouTube algorithm, right? Is consistency in uploading. This is crazy. This is crazy to me, because what is clear for me, or what is clear to me about this, is that you're not going to be able to tell what is AI generated and what's generated from people in a very short period of time. I mean, this is close right now. With just a very minor bit of editing, it could have been a generic lesson, like a 101 kind of lesson that I was throwing out to you guys, right? It's pretty interesting. I hadn't ever had any experience with this before, with the OpenAI ChatGPT, and so I didn't really know what to expect. I've got a series of other videos that I'm going to do on this same kind of topic, and I think you guys will find it interesting, like how to survive the zombie apocalypse. You know, we'll see what AI says about that. Water purification lesson, top 20 items for a wilderness survival kit. Oh, well, then I did a top 25 tips to survive nuclear fallout, because I wanted to see, if I go more into detail, how much more in-depth of information it would get. and it was surprising. You'll be interested to hear that one. Oh, another one was top 17 ways to prepare for an EMP. That'll be cool. What is the March algorithm? And what else? How to start a fire in the wilderness. I mean, like just some different stuff like that. And then I ask it some more like just personal stuff, like can you give me a recipe for reverse sear on steaks, right? And it just pops out, here's a recipe. I ask it to surprise me with the most delicious recipe, and it gives me a recipe for grilled honey mustard chicken. And then another one I did is I asked it to make a rap song about disaster preparedness, right? So it's just crazy to me. It's interesting, and the way that it responded was, it wasn't terrible. It was pretty interesting. So I'm going to do a series of these videos. I hope you guys enjoy them. I personally will not be using AI to generate my scripts. If I'm going to comment on them, it will have that it's AI in there so that you guys understand where it's coming from, and I'll be providing commentary on that. But I'm not going to do that. But I do find it interesting, and it can certainly even be a good way for people to just get an idea of, hey, what are some of the things I could talk about on this subject? Like to provide you like an outline. Like if you wanted to do your own channel, and I really do encourage all you guys to start your own YouTube channels. Consistently uploading over a period of a couple of years, 3 to 4 times a week, and you can build a pretty good channel, especially with these kinds of tools. It would be super freaking easy to do. So really think about that. But where I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the series. Like I said, they'll be labeled so that you'll know which ones are which and all that kind of thing. But it's kind of cool, I thought. So anyway, that is that for this one. Don't forget to go over to Substack. Just go to realitysurvival.substack.com and sign up over there. If you can do the paid subscriptions, you're going to have a pretty good chance of getting in on the giveaways or winning on the giveaways. We are in the new year. We're also going to be doing one giveaway per month for the paid subscribers. We're going to do the one for the free subscribers right here, and that will be announced in just a couple of days. So make sure you get over there and get that done. And from then on, the monthly ones will probably be for the paid subscribers. We'll occasionally throw in some ones for the free guys too, but mostly going to be trying to give back to the guys who are helping to support the channel. I think that's fair. So let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget to live the 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.